Sarah's 27. Sarah surprised us and she was born at 36 weeks. She was born 2 days before Christmas. So she was our Christmas baby.
The next day, we met with two doctors, and they started talking to us about Sarah. Sarah had microcephaly, which means small brain. When I was in school, the disabled were segregated. Now, they mainstream them. When Sarah graduated high school with her classmates, she comes walking across the stage, and there's a lot of cheering. And it still chokes me up to this day when I think about that she had such a positive experience overall.
Sarah was about 16 years old when she started to attend Camp K, and I was apprehensive about it. It was the first time she had ever spent the night away from us. Sarah has anxiety. She comes to Camp K and you do not see her anxiety level at all.
She had no homesickness. She didn't mind that we were gone, and she's just loves Camp K.
One of my favorite memories was when I set a goal and did the high ropes. It made me feel happy and proud. My favorite camp at Camp K is Denver because he's my boyfriend and we've now been dating for 9 years.
They text each other back and forth, and it's been a fun experience for her to develop that kind of a relationship.
She just absolutely loves it. Camp K has brought a whole new world to her and being an independence from us. Sarah is one who loves being on stage.
My favorite part is singing and dancing and saying my lines memorized. I did the Wizard of Oz with Camp K and I played Dorothy. And then this year I did Aladdin with Camp K, played Jasmine Part 1. And my favorite part was Jasmine. I liked being able to be a princess.
She's been an inspiration. She has far exceeded what any of the physicians expected her to be able to do.
So Sarah was named ambassador last year for Camp K for the year. And that has brought an incredible opening to her world, and especially for Camp K that she loves.
Camp K has opened a whole new world for me, and as the ambassador of Camp K, I look forward to the future of Camp K opening a whole new world for many other people.
Joining us, you just saw the video about Sarah. Now we have her in person. We take her there and you put you on camera there with your dad. Good to see your dad here as well. So Sarah, it's been a strange year this year, but did you attend camps this year?
I attended 2 day camps.
2 day camps. Tell us about those day camps. What were they?
They were swimming and horseback riding and crafts.
So you got to do all those
and
things?
And water games.
And water games.
Yeah.
That's a pretty nice pool up there, right?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Now, what's your favorite? Because you and I met, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago when I did a story, and you were riding horses at the time. But is that your favorite thing?
That's one of them.
One of them. You have a list. What are your favorites?
I like water games, talent show, horses, and swimming.
Horses and swimming, in no particular order, right? They're all first place,
yeah.
I guess. So this summer for you, has it felt any different this year compared to other years?
It felt a little different, yeah.
Yeah. Now you've been coming to camp how long?
About 12 or 13 years.
12 or 13 years. So like when you were junior high or high school?
Right after my junior year of high school.
And then you started coming to Camp K.
Yep.
And have you missed a summer or have you always been?
I've always been.
Right. And still going to come next summer,
yes.
next summer and all that? Because this is where all your friends are, right?
Yes.
All right. Now you brought your dad with you today. Can I ask him a question or two?
Yes.
And we'll get back to you. So I'm curious, and I just call you Dad, but his name is Mike. I should say you're dad to her, so you can be dad to the rest of us. I'm curious. You've watched Sarah over those last 10, 12 years, as she just mentioned. What are the changes that you would really attribute to Camp K in her life?
I would say greater comfort of independence from us. I mean, Camp K gave her a safe place that we could let her go and develop that independence and be able to do some things more on her own. She just loves the activities, loves the experience with the others.
Right.
And, you know, at first she was a little nervous, okay, staying away from mom and dad overnight. But with Camp K, it's like, bye.
Right.
She just loves it so much. And it's what her vacation is every summer. She
Yeah.
waits and plans for it and looks at a residential trip camp that she can attend.
So she went from nervous to see you later, huh?
Oh, yeah.
See you later. Let's see. I'm curious, though, that the first time you do that, as a parent, you know, and you're letting your child and maybe a child that might need a little bit more attention than someone else in doing that, how hard was it for you guys to do that?
It was mixed. So we're very nervous doing it because of disabilities, her being away from us, lack of comfort there. But we're familiar with Camp K and its great reputation. So we went in going, okay, they've been doing this for a while. It's a great organization. So that helped give us comfort. Then as Sarah experienced it and we talked to her, we're like, okay, this is great.
Yeah, and you were able to, I'm going to assume at that point you kind of, I want to say, for lack of a better term, let your guard down a little bit, not be so worried about it.
Yeah, they rightfully had our comfort, and they've reinforced that with everything
Right.
they did.
Now this year, I mean, it's the whole new ball game. You know, we have COVID going around, and yet they're still trying to have some type of camp. How hard was it to let her go here? Were you just, they've done such a great job, you knew they would continue to do so?
Knew so. We talked to them, and they were very clear about what procedures they would follow at camp. And we felt, okay, with the procedures they're doing, everything they're doing, that was safe for her. And Sarah just loves camp. So if we're comfortable, and they are so much focused on the camper's safety, that we were like, okay, and we knew the procedures they were following.
Right.
And then as we talked to Sarah every day, you know, as we dropped her off, we saw them do the procedures at drop off, pickup, but also like when we're not there. You just talk to Sarah about the different things. And I'm like, okay, I'm hearing exactly what they told us they were going to do,
Right.
following the safety guidelines, still having great time, great fun for the campers, great experience,
Right.
but making sure they're following all the appropriate safety guidelines in this pandemic era.
I mean, Sarah's obviously a great ambassador and has been the ambassador for Camp K, but is also a great ambassador for it. I've tried to share that message and things like this. We're live on YouTube where a lot of people can see you, but have you had opportunities to talk to people? Maybe they have a child that would fit in that category, just that word of mouth to be able to tell them about Camp K?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You can do it.
Yes, I have.
Okay. You want to share that? Do you remember who you talked to and how?
One time I talked to my friend Ida at work, and she came one year.
Oh, yeah?
Yep, she
Just-
went on trip camp.
Oh, she goes on the trips now?
She has before. She hasn't come for a while, but I told her about trip camp one year, and she came.
She can't. Well, who else are you telling? Because it sounds like when you tell them, they come.
That was I told a girl named Janelle,
Yeah.
and she came on the trip with that girl, and they loved it.
Yeah. That's good. Don't say any names of anybody who didn't come, though.
Those are the only two that I talked to.
Then you were very convincing. You were 2 for 2 as a salesperson. Good job, Sarah. How about Dad? Did he have a chance to talk to anyone that
I don't remember specific people have come, but it's one that, you know, when you have a disabled child, you travel in some of the same groups.
Right.
Different activities, Special Olympics, different groups
Right.
there. And that's one where we talk about activities. And we always, if people are talking about summer or the community activities, and we live in Davis County, so for some people, the community activities, you got to drive them to Salt Lake.
Right.
For us, it's easy to do, others not so easy. Right. But we're always going, okay, this is a great environment, they have great activities, very positive experience. And safety's always
Right.
has been and continues to be an important part of what they do.